Hi, my name is Christina Nielsen and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will make a reading on the magical 2019. I believe that it's going to be a very special year this year. So now you can pick a card, pick a pile, and find out what's your special magic in this 2019. And you can choose between three kinds of citrine stone. This one is very beautiful, I think, very magical. And this one I really love, this raw citrine stone, and of course this polished citrine stone. And to supply this citrine stone I have this fire opal, and together they are making a great symphony of passion and energy. So now it's your turn to pick a card, 1, 2 or 3. You can try to do it intuitively. Maybe you can close your eyes and take a deep breath and feel what is going to be 1, 2 or 3. And when you're ready, I will begin. Then for you who chose pile number 1, I'm going to begin with these Lenormand cards, and these two fall out for you. I'm going to ask these cards what your guide, your guardian angel wants to tell you about 2019. And already you have this message from the guides that you are going to receive good messages and you are going to have some luck. But let's see. Maybe you do have a question about 2019, about, regarding your job or regarding your love life or regarding your money situation. Then you can find the question now in your head, and let me find out what your guardian angel have to say to you today. Let's see. Now I'm going to find the card with the dog. And for you who chose this pile, you can see that the first card, this is the letter. It's about information. It's about communication. It's about receiving messages. Maybe you have, for some of you, I believe you have been contacted by someone from your past. I think that this is about being contacted from somebody from your past, maybe a past lover, or maybe a past friend, or maybe it's now a time to be working with some aspect of your past. I believe for some of you, you are going through a kind of healing process where you are working with this past. Maybe let me see. For some of you, I believe that you already have done the work, but for some of you, there is still some work to do, and it will be very helpful for you to be writing down your thoughts about your past. So maybe you should be writing. But let's see. Here is the card for your guardian angel. It's the dog in this card. And here is the card for you. And it's a card of the star. And the star is about luck. And when you combine it with this clover card, I believe for you that you are going to experience a lot of luck here in 2019. And yeah, I think it's going to be a year for you where you feel very lucky. Maybe you are going to be working deeper with this manifestation processes. I believe that you are going to deepen your abilities to manifest anything. And for some of you, I believe that you will, in the next 2 or 3 months, I believe you will experience that things are coming much easier to you than they used to be. I believe that for some of you, it has been, for 2018 has been a difficult year, and you have maybe been struggling with something on the personal sides. Maybe you have been struggling with your economic, or you have been struggling with getting grip of your working life, or maybe also about other aspects of your life, maybe like in your love life or in your personal life, maybe with the personal relationships. Maybe you have been feeling that you have been working very hard, and maybe in some way you are feeling tired, or have been feeling very tired. But I believe that this energy will return to you now, and you will have a very fantastic 2019. But let's see. And here, this is also a manifesting stone. Citrine is helping you to gain more money, more wealth, more abundance into your life. But let's see what the cards are saying to you. I put these cards aside, but they are very, very beautiful. Look, this clover and the star, and the letter, and the messenger. So I put this aside and take the first card. The first card is called Unlimited Ideas, and this is from the Abundance, Angels of Abundance. And I believe it's also connected with this. So I believe it's very important for you to write down all your ideas, every idea you ever get from now on. Yeah, of course, for the rest of your life. But from now on and the next 3 months, I believe there is a lot of ideas that are not only workable, but also ideas that will give you possibilities to make money, good money. I believe that you are going to to really find some good ideas that can give you good income possibilities. And also don't limit yourself. I had this feeling that maybe you have been limiting yourself, and it's important that you give yourself the time and space to dream, to daydream, and to think, and to meditate, and to, yeah, of course, write down all these ideas that are coming to you, and try. Let me see. Try to do it regularly. I believe that it is important for you to do it on a daily basis. Give yourself minimum 1 hour to sit and work with your ideas, because it's going to bloom for you. It's going to be very fruitful for you to work with your ideas. But let's see, and you can see the colors here are purple and green, and it's about connect with your heart and connect with your spirituality. But let's see in the next card. This card is called the Editor, and I see here it's also connected with this unlimited ideas. So maybe you have to contact a coach or somebody who can help you when you have all these ideas. It's sometimes important to select what's the most important to do right now. It's not that you don't have of course, you cannot perform all your ideas at the same time. Sometimes you have to sometimes you have to choose between one or two ideas, and sometimes you maybe need somebody who can help you choosing what to do and what not to do, and maybe contact somebody who has this what you call it, somebody who can help you see through all these good ideas and give you some good advice. Maybe a professional, as I'm thinking about a coach or somebody who can give you professional advice, but also some friends. Maybe one of your good friends can help you navigate in all your ideas. Let's see the next. The next card is called Pregnancy. For some of you, I believe this is going to be a very beautiful year. For some of you, maybe you already are pregnant. For some of you, maybe you will get pregnant in this year. Of course, if you are a woman and if you are in that age where it's possible to get pregnant. But of course, for some of you, it's not possible to get pregnant literally. but I believe this card, and you can also see this, the purple colors and the green colors. Pregnancy is also indication of these unlimited ideas that comes to fruition, and it's like sometimes you just have to wait. When you have this idea and you are working on it, you have to have this period of time where the project is growing and evolving, and suddenly it will come out as a book or a business or something real worth waiting for. And I really feel that this in 2019, I believe in September, like 9 months from now, September is going to be a great month for you. I think there is going to be a lot of things happening to you in your September, and I believe that September is going to show up as a very magical month for you. So just wait and see. The next card is called Beauty, and for me, this card is like also, as you see, is connected with all these cards, also with this card, with the star card. As you recognize your own beauty and the beauty of the world, and now when I make this video, I can see the most beautiful sunset. It's about recognizing beauty everywhere, inside of yourself and outside of yourself, and the more you are able to work with this beauty, the more luck. I really believe luck. It's like the luck is like a baby of beauty, and it's not because you have to do something to be beautiful. It's not like you have to recognize that you are beautiful just the way you are. You are perfect just the way you are. You are loved just the way you are. It's about recognize your own inner beauty, and also describe this beauty, because we are hungry. We are hungry in the whole planet is hungry for stories about the magical life, and I believe for you it's important for you to describe all this beauty, and also have this feeling of the beauty of life. But let's take the next card. Whoa, it's really a lucky pile, this pile. You can see here the card Wishing Well, and it's upright, so it's really a good omen for you. You know, you can see here is glitter and gold, and there is this crown and this, I believe, this bird flying there, and it's like also like this. Make your wish and see it come to fruition this year. And don't limit yourself, because I believe here you have it's going to be a fantastic year for you, really magical and really with a lot of gifts. You are receiving a lot of gifts, and you are also being recognized for all of your gifts. I believe you have a lot of gifts inside of yourself. I believe that you maybe you have trouble finding what your gifts are, but for me, one of your greatest gifts are the gift of seeing beauty. I believe that for some of you, you can look inside of another human being and see how beautiful they are inside. You can see the inner soul of every person and every animal, and sometimes also of the trees and the nature, and you can see the great beauty in everything, and that is a tremendous gift, and it's also a very important gift, because when we begin to see the beauty in each other, we cannot be mean to each other. I believe that peace will begin when we are beginning to see the beauty in our environment. How can you pollute something that is very beautiful? If you see the nature as very beautiful, you cannot pollute it. How can you be mean to somebody if you can see only beauty? So I believe that that this is one of your greatest gifts. And then the last card, listening. And here I believe it's important, and also connected with this card, unlimited ideas. You have these unlimited ideas, but you have to make a space for yourself to listen to these ideas, and to listen to also to your wishes, so you be able to work and to find the right actions to your wishes and your ideas. But you will get a lot of help if you listen to your guides and your guardian angels, because they really want to help you finding this let me see, this peace of mind, and also help you lift your spirit, and it is very let me see, this feeling of beauty inside and outside for you. So I believe 2019 is going to be a very magical year. There's of course some work to do, but I believe it's also fun work for you. It's going to be where you find your passion and your inner drive, and it's going to be, whoa, fantastic, wow. I hope it resonates, and let me hear. For those of you who chose pile number 2, I'm going to pick a card from this Lenormand set and to ask these cards. So if you have a question, you can ask it now. It can be job related or money related, or it can be love related. I will find the dog in this set because the dog is representing the guardian angel, your guardian angel. And let us see what the guardian angel wants to tell you. The first card here is it's called the garden. It's the public place. When this card set was designed back in the early days, the garden was the place where you meet. It was public place. Now it can mean public places like concert halls or museums, or it can also be like the internet, like YouTube or Facebook. But it's also about getting recognition from for what you are working with, and meeting other people. And it's a very lucky card. And you can see it's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful place. So let's see. I believe that 2018 has been a little difficult for you. Maybe you have trouble finding your way. Maybe you have trouble finding your passion. Maybe you have trouble. Let me see. I believe there has been some struggling for you. But I sense this struggling is going to be over. Now we are going into 2019, and let us see what your guardian angel wants to tell. Okay. This card is the card of love. And for some of you, you have already found the love of your life. Maybe it's not easy. Maybe it's one of these twin flame situation where you really feel deep inside that it is love, but you have a lot of struggle finding the way to navigate through your love life. Let me see. And sometimes maybe you feel, oh, is this really worth the trouble? But if you look at this heart, you can feel that, yeah, you want to go through the trouble, because that is something in this relationship that is calling you to act. But of course it is not easy, and the reason why it's not easy is because of this card. As you can see, it's a labyrinth, and you can see a person sitting inside here, and all these person. For me, I when I interpret this card, I see I always see this family pattern, that you're not just alone, you are a part of a big family. You have in your genes some behavioral ways, and of course you have been working. I know you have been working a lot with yourself. I had this feeling that you have really been working with some of your maybe you have been working with this psyche side of yourself, but sometimes this family history is so deep because it is inside of your genes. It's something that is very difficult to change. And sometimes I feel that you have this feeling of being lonely in a deep place, and when you have this feeling, it's hard for you to really relax in a relationship with another person. So this relation is triggering. I believe this relation is triggering your feeling of being alone. But in the other hand, you don't want to let it go, because you really want to find this core inside of yourself, and you really want to take the next step and not feel so lost and feel so alone. And I believe that 2019 is going to be a year where you can really, really get some deep insight in yourself, like big revelations from yourself. It's like you will feel a new kind of enlightenment. I believe a new kind of power. And also like this stone. If you look at this stone, it's raw, but it's very beautiful. So it's like you accepting all of your sides inside of yourself, both the most beautiful but also the raw sides, and you can see all these dark sides here. You can accept yourself from all of this energy. Oh, it's fantastic that you are a complete person, not just a fairy tale version of yourself, but a complete person. But let's see what the other card's saying. The first card is called Moonlighting. And this card suggests that your dream career is possible for you, but you have to work with something that gives you some money on the side. If you already have a job, then it suggests that you keep this job until your other job is filled with money and you have your own income. And for some of you, maybe it's like go out and find a job and make some money until your other job is paying off, because in some way maybe 2019 is going to be the year for you who chose this pile, where you would transit from one money situation to another, but it's, I believe, a long transit. The other pile had this September, and in a way I feel again like September is going to be a very special month also for you who chose this pile. So from now and until September, it's a good idea to find ways to earn some money so that you are being able to be released and have a lot of money in September, 2019. Next card is perfectionism. Let me see. Perfectionism is also here on this card I was just reading, because for me perfectionism is a bad idea, because it will hinder you to create from your heart. It's important that you not allow your ego side or your mind to interfere with your art. It's important that you are creating from your heart. It's important that you write or paint or do whatever you want, or work with your, maybe you have this feeling that you're not good enough, and it can be in any field, of course, but I believe this is about starting your own business. And maybe you feel like now I'm feeling that my English is not perfect. And of course it's not perfect. I live in Denmark and I try to speak as perfect as I can, but I'm not perfect. But I won't let my bad English hinder me to make this video for you in English. So that's the reason why I believe that this is emerging, this card, because it's about just do it. Let go of your bad beliefs, belief systems that you are not good enough, because you are exactly good enough. And we don't need perfect people. We need people who are just the way we are, and we need you just the way you are. You are perfect just the way you are. You are a fantastic being, and there is a lot of love for you. And yeah, so just be who you are, and try to work with this perfectionism for yourself. The next card here is winter. And now when I make this reading, it's of course winter, because it's the new year of 2018, and we are going to see how 2019 is going to emerge for you, and how it's going to be magical. But let me see if there is... for me, this card symbolized this ability to be meditating, and to take in your energy and be sitting still in the stillness. You if you look around in here in this nature where I live in Denmark, and here the winter is cold, the trees are bare, and there is sometimes frost and snow, but not now. But this winter is about meditating and silence, and being indoor, and have this energy. But I also believe that it's like when whatever you planned now, whatever project you begin now, it will grow slowly, and then in September, and in the beginning of the winter next in 2019, the next winter, I believe in December, you are going to gain a lot of momentum. I believe it's going to be really a magical December for you. Let me see. So it's like working slowly work, and accepting things as they are. You cannot rush anything. Just accept things as they are. Because it's also an inside job, as you see here. It's an insider job. You're also working with some sides inside of yourself, and it takes the time, and you just have to accept this process. But I believe that you will see in the end of this year, 2019, everything is going to be all right. And then, yes, look inside yourself, and was what I say before. It's inside a job. And maybe it will help you. For some of you, it will help to be creating anything. I believe creating is writing, or making pictures, sculptures. Be creative to express your inner feelings, because this process is also going to heal you. And when you are going to be healed in this process, you also will be able to heal other persons from the same, and you will find that it will be like a great tool for you. You are going to be really whoa. I believe this work, if you do this work and if you really have the courage to look inside of yourself. I know sometimes it's hurtful. It's painful. I mean, it's hard for you to look in. It is painful to look inside of yourself, because that can be a lot of heartaches and pain, and also, of course, the ego is having also its saying, and maybe the ego wants to tell you a lot of things, that you have to do something in another way, but you really have to go deeper and listen to your inner voice, to your heart, and experience how much beauty you can find inside this pain also. And when you do that, you will be able to give to others a great, immense. I really feel like it's a vast, like a vast ocean of inside knowledge. It's going to be helpful for a lot of people. You're going to help a lot of people with your inner knowledge in one way or another. For some of you, I feel that it's a lot of you who are looking at this, who are really healers and clairvoyants, and I believe that you are going to express this this healer energy and help a lot of people. Whoa. Next card. It's fantastic. It's like, oh, and I love this. It's so magical. But whoever chose this pile, 2019 is going to be a year where you really will work with this inner. It's really going to be a work of what you call it. This what's inside of yourself. It's really about exploring on the inside. It's really an insider job. So for you who chose this pile, you are going to be very wise this year. Like very wise. Somebody who can when other people are coming to you, they feel that you are really giving them good advice, because they feel that you have a lot to share, because you know so much, because you have the courage to go inside of yourself, to look inside of yourself, also all the dark sides, but also all the beautiful sides. And you can see this card is fantastic card. It's like magical. It's like fairy tale, and the more she's looking inside of herself, you can see she's not looking out but looking inside of herself. She can see like a whole new thing, a whole new world is emerging, and things are coming, opening. So whoa, it's fantastic. And then when the last card is abundance. And I really believe that if you have the courage to look inside of yourself and to find all these fairy tales inside of yourself, you are gaining a lot of abundance. You are getting very rich, both material, but also in this way of having close friends and family, and have a good life, good energy. I believe that in December 2019 you will be looking back and say, whoa, what happened there? What was that for a fairy tale? And you will find big pleasure and big happy occasion. I believe you have a very Merry Christmas in 2019. So it's not going to be easy. I don't see things as easy for you this year, but it's not going to be like 2018 hard. It's going to be a beautiful year for you, but you are going to really work with something inside of yourself. And I know it's sometimes going to be a little tough, but you can do it. You have the strength to do it. I hope it resonates with you, and thank you. And then for those of you who have been choosing pile number 3, I'm going to pick some cards from this Lenormand deck because I want to ask your guardian angel what message they have for you. And if you have a question, maybe around your job or your love life or around your money situation, you can do that now. And then I will find the card in this deck with the dog, because the dog is representing your guardian angel. So let me see. I can sense now for you, some of you, 2018 was a hard year, but let me see how 2019 is going to evolve for you. Okay, for you the first card is the anchor, and it's a very positive sign that you are beginning to find your ground. You are beginning to ground yourself, and you are beginning to find your inner voice. I believe that you are going to you have been working a lot with yourself. It's really a feeling of being empowered in a new way, and this guardian angel is telling you that you are doing a great job. Then there is this card, and for the other cards I was flipping it, but for this card I believe that it should be turned this way, because this card is about making a choice, and it came out reversed, and I believe I had to read it reversed. For the other cards I read the other side up. But this is about making choices. And I believe that you will have some problems making choices this year. 2019 is going to be a year where you will be presented for some choices, and really maybe you have problems making the right choices. Maybe you don't know what to do. And this card, it was the top card, so I believe also it's about spiritual choices. Maybe there is something you have to be choose between. Let me see. You are a spiritual teacher. You are a life worker. I believe that you really have something to bring to the world. I believe that you are going to be teach what you know, but maybe you have been struggling with this. How can I make money, and how can I be satisfied? And what do I really, really want? Do I really, really want? What do I really, really want? What do you call it? What kind of lifestyle do you really want? And I believe that you are really going to make some choices between things, and maybe there's a lot of things you really, really want. Maybe you really, really want a lot of things, but you have to sometimes you have to choose between them. And I believe you're going to find, let me see. See if there's more. I believe it's like a normal life. Do you really want a normal life, or do you want to be elevated to a more spiritual life? And if you want this normal life, there is something you can do, but there's also something that you can't do. And if you chose the spiritual life, there is something you can do, but there's also something you can't do. And that's what you have to decide this year. But let me see. But either way, I believe when you made your choice, you are going to experience great wealth and a fairy tale. So you don't have to worry about making these choices. I think your fear is overshadowing the real. Let me see. The fear of making this choice is overshadowing, because when you have made the choice, you will see that it turns out perfectly for you in the end. So don't worry. But I know it can be difficult to make these choices, but you will find that when you do, they are going to be perfect. And you chose this pile with a little citrine and the fire opal, and together they are making giving you healing in your stomach and your solar plexus area and your sacral chakra. And I believe for you it's about releasing negative energy and feel this renewed power. But let's see what the cards say. Oh, words of abundance. This card is telling that it will help you to be more what you call it to use a positive affirmation and maybe follow some programs. There is a lot of programs where you can work with the law of manifestation or positive thinking, or maybe you already have these tools. Then just use your word of positive affirmation, work with them, or work with these magic spells or things that's going to help you. Now I look at something I have made. I just take it, show you. This is 3 lucky coins I've bind together with a red string, and this also a lucky acorn, I believe it's called. I've made myself so to bring luck and more energy, and you can make something like this and look at this, or you can use affirmation to help you, because it's like when I look at this energy, for some of you it's like there has been it's like a stream, but it has been blocked, the stream. And if you use these words of these positive affirmations or these lucky items, it's like opening the stream and let the stream flow again, and then the money will stream into your life again. So I believe it's just a question about 1 month. A month from now, I believe the money will stream perfectly into your life again. The next card it's called Ask for What You Want, and it's the same. It's exactly the same because you need to be aware of what you really want and ask for it. And for me, I feel it's like ask the heaven, the spiritual, the spirits around you. Ask them to help you, but also asking people around you to help you when you need help. It's important not to be what you call it, too proud to ask for help, because you are going to get a lot of help, and it's going to help you a lot. The next card also, it's the same, and I also believe that this is the colors here is alike. Say let go. I heard this Beatles song the other day. Let it be, let it be. Let it go. I think it's the same same energy in this word. Let me see. There is this power, grip. I feel you are holding very strongly to something. For some of you, I think it's an idea. You're holding strongly to an idea of how things should be. Yeah, and maybe it's also related to this situation. Let it go, because you can see it will turn out good for you. You will receive all the wealth and all the glamour and all what you are dreaming about. But let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because there is something very good waiting for you. Something very, 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 very good waiting for you. And I feel it's love, and it's a beautiful energy waiting for you, and when you look back, you don't understand why it took you so long to take this decision, just to let it go. And it's not that you are going to feel lost, or it's not that you are going to lose. No, you are going to gain, but maybe you have to go let me see. I have this picture. Oh yeah, now I see. It's like this picture, this story about this man hanging in a branch, and it's night. He cannot see anything, and he's just holding very tight to this branch, and he's so afraid, and he just hold, and his grip, he's feeling weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. But then the sun is coming, slowly putting light to him, and he can see that he's just half a meter over ground. So he could have just let go. He could just have let go a long time ago, because it was not dangerous for him to let go. It's the same here. There is something you're holding on to, and you are afraid if you let it go, it will hurt you, or it will make you feel a lot of pain. But it doesn't. On the contrary, you will regain a lot of good out of it. But let's see the next card. The card of inner child. The inner child is Of course, I believe for many of you who are reading or looking at this reading, you know it's about this feeling of being free and creative and alive and vibrant. And if you don't have this feeling inside of yourself, maybe it's because you need to talk to your inner child. Maybe your inner child is hurt. Maybe your inner child is fearful. Maybe your inner child is sad. Maybe your inner child needs to be held and to be loved and healed. For some of you, I believe your inner child, when you were a child, maybe you had some experience and felt that you were not loved enough, and maybe this feeling of not being loved enough, not being enough, was very painful for you. Of course it was, because it was hard for you when you were a child and had this feeling. But now when you are a grown-up, you have this ability to work with this inner child, to give yourself this love, to give yourself this feeling of being enough. And when you do that healing work, for some of you, I suggest you go to a professional healer or a psychotherapist or somebody who can help you. But for most of you, I believe that it's enough just to communicate with your inner child, maybe do some creative project. When you do that, you will also feel that there is much more energy, much more love, much more peace. Yes. And then there is this card movement, but it's upside down. And I believe it's about this choice. If you don't make this choice, you will be stuck. But if you make the choice, suddenly things are going to move very fast for you. So maybe if you let yourself work with yourself, with your inner child, and let yourself take these choices, things are going to be moving fast. But if you don't, you will have this feeling of being stuck. So I really feel that this is about making some choices for you. 2019 is going to be a year where you're going to make some choices, but believe me, you want to do that. And if you need some help, you can always ask Archangel Michael to help you, because he's very powerful angel, and he will help you find the strength to make all the decisions you need to do this year. So you will, what you say. I feel a little sad, and I know it's sometimes hard to make some choices, but sometimes it's necessary, and you can always ask Michael to cut these cords that's connecting you with something that are negative for you, maybe something that are draining you for energy. Help you release all things that are draining your energy, and help you find places where you are lifted. Yeah, I believe it's important for you, but you don't worry, because you are grounded, and you have all the tools you need So don't worry about the result, because you are really going to have it all, but it's going to be a year where you have to work with yourself. But I believe it's going to be good, and you are going to have a lot to celebrate. So that's that. I hope it resonates. Hi.